Welcome, friends, to the Soul Talk podcast, a show where we explore and uncover the path to the heart, amplifying your conscience. Join me as we meet incredible souls who are in this journey and learn from their experience and different methods that will make you vibrate your heart. Let's get into it. What I wanted to say today is they wanted to encourage each one of you because you're courageous souls. They're doing the inner work. There is a lot of healing to do that goes in layers over layers and layers, that you're starting to understand more about yourselves and who you are. You've been taught, each one of you, you are. Who do you think you are? You have created identities that they're still stuck into yourselves. But the thing it is, the identities that you have accepted as who you are, that can change and that can transform. You don't have to stay with those identities. So you think you're weak, you think you're not smart enough and you cannot do some things, or that it is just a program that you have accepted for yourself, and that it is not true. You can shift it and change it. There is one in the group that says, I am terrible baking. And she don't even try to bake. But that's a program that she have put in herself. In the moment she start telling to herself, I'm very good baking, maybe even take one class, only one class about baking or baking with someone, she's gonna be able to bake, and from now on, forever, until she say no more. But this is just an example that we have all limiting beliefs that we have accepted deep in our core as truth, and that it is not true. So expand yourself in whatever you think you are and write it down. Write down what you think you are and what your limiting beliefs are. You think, I am not good growing plants or planting plants, they always die. Well, write it down and you can work it out. We can work it out as a group. So like that, you can change that. So like that, you can change that. That's it. But do not stay with the limiting belief that you cannot do something or you cannot achieve something that you want. I'm never going to find a man that loves me. Another one of the group is saying. But in reality, she can. First of all, she have to stop saying that she is never going to find one. Because the more that you say, you program it deeply in your conscience and subconscious. So start changing that idea that you're never going to find a love in your life, because that is not true. You have accepted limiting beliefs, and that goes with the shame and the blame and the guilt and so forth that you've been carrying for so long. And this is a group reading. So I'm talking, each one of you are going to feel different pieces that are going to go for each one of you. But but I will also at the same time, we're talking in general right now. That everybody, including Mónica, have accepted different limiting beliefs in this moment. The more that you become aware what you say that you cannot do, you're going to be able to do it. What I'm seeing here, they're showing me like different warriors that we have in the group. And even if you have fight in a battle, in war, even if you have done that, it is very different when you do it in the real life. when you have to do it in your inner self. That's the biggest battle that you're going to have, more than going to Iraq or going to somewhere else. Because that is the battle that you have to confront your fears and remove your shames and your blames and your guilts that you carry on with you since you were a kid. In the moment you start observing that you are a warrior without having all the medals of honor, without having all that, those medals, if you need them, you can get them for the world, but you already have them inside of your soul, those medals, because you're here. You're here and you're doing the inner work. You already have those medals that you need, those certifications, those things that you're needing. You have already the tools, but the thing is, you have to apply them in yourself first before you can go outside and do it in the outside world. We have all lived, are saying this, including some apparently was one of the dangers of the Akashic records that right now here, it was human. And it is telling me that we all have lived many lives in this plane, that it's been hard, that they know how hard it is for the human being with all these inner battles that we have inside of us. Do I follow in love and give my full heart to someone? Even if you've been betrayed, and even if you've been attacked, even if you've been beaten, even if you've been hurt. But even with all that, you still have the courage to want to fall in love with someone and to be loved. Now it is up to you to actually follow first in love with yourself so you can give to others that love and you can learn how to receive that love back. Remember that no one can give you what you don't have for yourself first. So you cannot ask to a stone to give you water. The same applies for you. You want someone to have patience with you? You have to have patience with yourself first. You want someone to have compassion for you and understand you? You have to understand yourself first. So like that, you receive from others, can receive from others what you wanted to, but first you have to start from within. It is not different. That's how you start doing the inner work, and that's why they're saying that all of you are courageous women. And it's not coming from only this timeline, it comes even from past lives. Something that they wanted to tell you, that you guys already being male, female, black, white, oriental, all the colors in the world, all the religions too, everything. And the part that you have not accepted in others, observe why you haven't accepted. It comes from this line, this timeline, or it comes from a past life. If one of you religion, it triggers you. Every time that you hear something about the Bible or about Jesus or something like that, it triggers you. But why? Ask yourself if it comes from this timeline. It can be when you were a kid, when you were forced to go to church, or when you were forced to read the Bible or something like that, or in your past life when you were a monk or you were a nun. That also can come from there too. Hi everyone, this is Mónica Ramírez, the Warrior of Love. And if you have been feeling stuck where you are right now, or if you have felt that you cannot connect with others in the same language or the same emotions that you're feeling, if you're a coach, a healer, energy worker in any of those branches, maybe this is for you, because we have felt the disconnection for the rest of our family, friends, that we cannot connect to them. And we're so afraid to actually go deep dive when we're getting triggered by our own clients, because we're seeing our mirror image with them. My name is Mónica Ramírez, the Warrior of Love, and that's my spiritual name. And I take clients from feeling confused and feeling stuck to feeling free, to feeling that they feel empowered from themselves. I created a system, Path to the Heart, that goes in 3 levels. And the first level, it is healing the inner child, healing the parts of us that we've been so afraid, or it's very painful to do it. I have done it myself, not only with me, and I have done it with many of my clients, that I take them to this process. The second level, it is to go more into inner self, clearing the family lineage, to breaking the contracts and vows, learning deeper more about the laws of the universe. And the third level, it is learning how to channel, how to do waking up your and getting online your gifts, your unique gifts that the world so much needs right now. So if you wanted to know more about this, I am eager to show you and to teach you all what I know that I use every day in my life. So thank you for being here in this page. I really appreciate it. And this is Mónica Ramírez, the Warrior of Love. So more that you work with the things that trigger you, you release that. You were all born to enjoy life. You don't came here to be born, go to school, get married, have kids, work all your life, and died. Get old and died. You came here also to enjoy life and learn. Everybody that you meet is because you have something to learn from them. And many of you are already so family. So you just need to open up, because many of you being hurt also by family, so you don't trust much. That doesn't have to do with the persons around you. It has to do with your own family. So ask yourself those questions. So if there is a question, we're going to set one question per person. Who wants to go first? Do I choose? Easy.
I guess my question would be, do my emotions block my own blessings?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they can be the best thing for you, your emotions, because those are the ones that can create amazing things. Don't be afraid of your emotions, because that's where your magic resides, to create positive or negative. So more that you learn to control your emotions, you can create a beautiful reality, not necessarily a bad reality. Your magic is in your emotions and your thoughts. And you have the control for both of them. Marina, you have a question?
I guess my question would be, I'm making a lot of changes, so what should I focus on primarily?
Focus primarily in loving yourself and getting to know yourself. You cannot create a change in everything if you don't know who you are. So focus on getting to know who you are so you can follow in love to the person that you are. But how you're gonna love yourself if you don't know who you are? So that's the first step. When we talk at the beginning about the inner work for everybody, if you control your emotions and your thoughts, you're creating your reality. And if you're very emotional, try to think more positive. Don't try to catastrophize and everything is going to be horrible and terrible, because whatever really makes you happy is what you're going to bring more. But so wherever you feel worse, you focus on that and the energy goes there, and that's what you're going to create more.